What's going on, guys? We're starting off this next part of the video with the oil pan. Now I have just removed this bracket and I have removed this secondary shield, as now I will be able to lift the oil pan up and get it out. We're just going to go through, crack all these loose. I already drained the oil. It literally has not even a mile on it. We just ordered a ton of parts. They'll be in for this video, I'm sure. Everything that I need to finish this drift car pretty much. I've got my injectors ordered. I got my clutch ordered. I still haven't ordered my chip. I need to do that. I guess I don't need to do it today since I'm still waiting a while on a few things. I ordered 4 gallons of Redline fluid, trans fluid, because I go through it so much that it's really better than buying the 3 quarts or 2.5 at a time that I need. What else? I haven't got a boost controller yet, mainly because I have one in my car and I'm not opposed to pulling it out if I have to, just because I'll be pulling it apart this winter for intake gears, and got an oil leak, couple other little things, just so I can make life better with it, easier, more reliable, and maybe bigger turbos. And as you can see, just by little things like that, way too much RTV was used. There actually is even some in the bottom of the pan where the pickup tube is. But it is looking like this was rebuilt, so it'd be pretty rad if everything was done right. Have a brand new motor. I'm gonna just go through here and take a razor blade, knock off all this RTV, and then I'm gonna get to cleaning this pan out. I don't know, I may take a pressure washer to it, or I'll just use the hose, but it's pretty gross. And I don't know, I might have to wait a while for it to dry at that point. I may just rinse it with some old oil. So now I've got the block, rear retainer, and the oil pump all cleaned up. Pan is fresh sprayed out with the hose, rinsed. Now to take our trusty old rags and wipe her up. It's officially cleaned. This is all just where the paint's missing. Got it rinsed out. At the bottom where the pan was dented, we took these 2 hammers. I put the wooden one down in the pan and hit the head with my other hammer to use the wooden handle to straighten it out, and it worked pretty good. Now to get my little caulk gun over here with my Nissan liquid gasket, we'll get this ready. Just cleaned it up, and we will install both of our oil pan gaskets. Before you install your oil pan seals, always make sure to put a dab of RTV on the edge so it helps hold them in place. Especially a lot of times people will not be pulling the pan or the engine and putting it on a stand, but rather doing it in car. These 2 seals are different, just an FYI. Set the oil pan on. What I'm going to do is thread each of the bolts through and clean them up as I pull them up, so we can spicing it up a bit. Got our oil pan sealed up now. I'm going to grab my oil filter off of that oil tree. Actually, I'll do that after I flip the motor over because it has oil in it. However, that's going to be a problem. I guess not. I could move it slightly. I thought I was going to have an issue with the feed here. Looks like I only need one gasket. So we will get our, or not our feeds, but our drain. We'll get our drain pipes installed with our new couplers. And I believe after that we'll be ready to turn this engine back over. Drains are on and torqued. I've got my alternator and trans harness along with my alternator on. So since I don't want to wait on RTV to cure before I go grab some food right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace each of these spark plugs, install the new intake valve cover gaskets, reseal the VTC, the exhaust cam gears, and the water pipes, because I will be pulling those off to reseal. And they're fresh seal, but I want to clean them up a bit as they look pretty gross and tacky. I have to say, for taking the wipes to her, she cleaned up pretty good. I'm actually not going to take these pipes off if I don't have to. What I will try to do is get the clamps on in here, which I remember now I couldn't get one of them when I was at his house. My last one is right by that little bolt that you can see. About to throw on these BDE half moons. The VTC sealing up, I've got the valve covers torqued. Now I'm working on the exhaust. Just clean them both out. I'm gonna put these in and get them glued on. So I've been a little busy. I haven't, I've just kind of been going at it. As you see, I got the gloves on. End up having to pull the shop vac out, get the mouse nest or chipmunk's nest out, whichever it is. It's always back here in the knock sensor area. I went ahead and replaced it with a new knock sensor and a upgraded sub harness. I've got hose that'll be in tomorrow to replace this from here, and for these turbo coolant lines. I've got all my valve covers sealed. I've got my new BDE solid aluminum half moon seals. Oh, I also got my power steering pump on. I believe it's a good one. It may be time to pull the car out, go up, power wash it, change the steering rack, since this one ran with no fluid for whoever knows how long. So I'd rather just not take that risk. Alright guys, I think we're going to end it here for this video, mainly because I've got a couple other things in store for you guys that I need to get to work on, and I'm kind of at the mercy of waiting on parts at the moment. So here is our turbo build. We've got us coolant line for the passenger side. We got us a new throwout bearing. We got us our Z1 clutch. We also have a solid shifter support, which I would probably have to say might be a must for drifting. I know it's a must just for drivability in a fast car anyways. It gives you a lot more secure shifts, because that's what I have in my slick top. So we've got that. We've got our pressure plate and all that over here. Actually, this white box here is our fuel injectors. So we'll be getting on this very shortly. Get the ball rolling. Everything's all sealed up on it. Rear main was done. We just got a couple other little things to take care of. But I also have a little surprise for you guys that you can stay looking forward to for next video. We got us another car, no big deal. We'll just give you a little sneak peek. We've already been putting the work in. All the crappy stuff is over with. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. And that's all the sneak peek that you get. Anyways, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. If you like what you see, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for the support. Peace.